So this is how it ends for me and starts for you. That's me there. Pretty sad ending, not how I imagined it. Not that there is a good way to go, but being stabbed in the back while working late is about as good as it gets. So, I should introduce myself. I was Tony, and this is, well, was until a few hours ago, my factory. I probably should be pissed right now, but to be honest, I'm finding the situation quite amusing, as I'm sure you're about to see my passing is going to really put the cat among the pigeons, with what I laughingly refer to as my nearest and dearest. I'm sure they will be heartbroken when they find me, which, seeing as they should have been at work 15 minutes ago, should be happening any second now, I'm sure.
Morning, boss. Another late night. You know you really shouldn't sleep at your desk. It'll play havoc with your back. I couldn't do it, you know, with my sciatica. You know what my sciatica is like. But at least it's not as bad as my bunions. My Fred is always saying they could write a medical book about my bunions. He is a card, isn't he? I said to him last Wednesday after we got back from the theatre, it was that thing about that thing, we saw it in the paper. It had her who was on the telly in that show about that thing that, you know, the one, I can't remember what it was called now. It was right good, couldn't understand half of what they said. Now that's a sign of good theatre, none of this amateur rubbish. Well, I said to him that this place was going to be the death of you, and it really is. All these late nights. I'm surprised your other half doesn't think we're having an affair the amount of time it's just us here. Not that I could have an affair with my feet. Well, that's your office dusted a little. I'll come back and finish the rest later when you're out. I'd better hurry and get the kitchen cleaned before that lot get in. Not that they won't undo it in 5 minutes. No rest for the wicked. Boss, are you okay? Boss? Boss? Ah!
What on earth is going on, Bobby? Oh. Who's working till? James.
James, you're working too, aren't you?
Oh shit.
And your line is...
I thought I got a bit of comedy there.
Very good.
Bobby, what do you do?
Don't look at me. I came in to dust and bring in a cuppa and not stab the boss.
I'm calling the police.
It wasn't me.
Not for you, daft fool. We have to report this.
I better clean up a bit before they get here.
Oh yeah, that'll look good. Yes, officer, I was alone when I found the body, and then I scrubbed a crime scene.
No need to get snarky. I've just had a traumatic experience. I need a cup of tea.
Here.
Thanks. That was fast. Is this the boss's tea? Am I drinking a dead person's tea?
Well, Tony isn't going to drink it today.
Police, please. There has been a murder. Our boss has been stabbed. Sparks Clothing Factory, Unit 5, Lakeview Business Park. They're on the way. They told us not to touch anything and all stay in the building.
Someone had better call Sam. She'll want to be here and she'll want to hear it from us rather than the police.
Yeah. Soon as she knows, soon as she can start spending the life insurance.
That is a horrible thing to say.
True, though. I wonder what this means for our jobs. I can't see Sam running the factory, and Billy is useless. Tony must have been desperate to sell shares to him.
Well, whatever they're going to do, Sam and Tony have been married for a long time. Sam needs to know. I'll call her. Hi, Sam. You need to get to the factory. Something terrible has happened.
This way, officer.
Is this the body, then?
No, that's one of our spare corpses. The one we called you about is in the cupboard. Of course it's the bloody body.
No need for that, just trying to establish facts. Oh, they've been stabbed. He's
Yeah.
been stabbed?
Gender.
Sorry, I see gender. Oh, they've been stabbed, Karen.
Yeah, I thought that with a... Ruddy great knife sticking out of his back. Maybe I should have just joined the police instead of making clothes in a crummy factory.
It's always stabbings. I became a detective for some excitement. Car chases, undercover work, taking down organised crime. All I seem to get is stabbings and paperwork. What I wouldn't give for something interesting. Even a poisoning would be a nice change of pace. Why can't someone get poisoned?
Cup of tea, detective. yourself. So have you figured out who's done it yet?
I've only just got here. Give me a chance to assess things. Things happen.
Yeah, everyone tries to stick their heads in from the wings.
This is supposed to be a crime scene. What are you all What are you all doing there? Officer Goole, get in here and clear all these people out.
Come on, everyone. This is a crime scene. Clear out.
Who's? Not you. I want to ask you some more questions.
Okay.
Looks like they've been stabbed, sir.
Oh, really? I never would have guessed. I am a detective, you know. Now stop distracting me. Go make yourself useful. Take some statements.
Oh no, not this detective. Why does it have to be them investigating my death? We had them here a few years ago for a break-in and they can't tell their ass from their elbow. If I have to wait in limbo while this buffoon finds my murderer, then I'd better start making myself comfortable, as it doesn't look like I'm going anywhere.
So, who found the body then?
That would be Bobby.
Oh, the one with the tea?
Who's Sam?
We've got a Sam.
Do they have sign, Sam? Laura, this Sam.
What happened?
Is that going to be the theme for tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Oh no.
Who there do you think you are, barging into my crime scene? Oh, hi. Who are you and how can I help?
Sorry, sir. They just barged past.
Never mind that now, Bobby. I'll deal with them. Go do something useful.
Don't you want me to take down her particulars?
Creep.
I think I can take care of her particulars.
I'm sure you can, sir.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Now, how can I help you?
I would like to know why my husband has a knife in his back.
Husband?
Yes, the one with a knife in his back over there, slumped over the desk like an unattractive paperweight.
Such affection she has for me. Actually, I think that's the nicest she's been towards me in years. Maybe I should have been murdered years ago.
I am sorry for your loss.
Oh, whatever. So who do I thank for saving me from an expensive divorce?
Such affection. She's heartbroken, obviously.
Investigations are progressing, I can assure you, and if there is anything I can do to assist you in this troubling time, please don't hesitate to call upon me. Here's my card. My personal number's on the back.
Thanks. When can we move that? We have a business to run.
Stabbed in the back.
No.
Slumped over the desk.
Never.
Probably been there all night.
No.
Bobby found him.
Never.
Police are in there now.
No.
Killer's still on the loose.
Can I be working too forever?
That's not the script.
God.
Yet, could be anyone.
Anyone?
Anyone.
Who?
How should I know?
I don't know.
I've no idea. Lots of people with a motive.
Oh.
Shh! Sam's coming.
Shouldn't you two be doing something productive, not standing around gossiping?
Sorry, Sam. It's just we heard the terrible news.
Oh, that. Yes, terrible, but we still have a business to run. Tony may have been a useless lump running this place into the ground, but I'm sure you were still expected to do some work on the road to failure.
We were waiting on the order sheets. They are probably on the desk in the office under...
Oh, well, I think I can assume you won't be getting them anytime soon.
It's okay. We will figure something out.
I assume Tony's shares now pass to you.
Well, I would assume so, unless the vindictive Pratt has done something daft and left the whole lot to the RSPCA.
Well, for now I think it's safe to assume that we are partners.
So it would seem.
So we had better make a plan for what we do in the factory.
Burn the dump down for the insurance? A joke, of course. This place is probably insured for a pittance.
We're just going through a rough patch. We've plenty of orders. We've just had some issues which have affected our cash flow, temporary setbacks.
We will, of course, need to go through the books at the earliest convenience, preferably when there are fewer rotting corpses and rotten detectives cluttering up the office.
I'll call the accountant and lawyer and set up a meeting so we can sort all the details.
Fine. I'll leave the day and I'll leave the day-to-day running to you for now until everything is cleared up.
I'll go address the staff and set up the meeting.
Thank you. It is most appreciated at this difficult time.
Someone takes out a full.
I take it you've heard? Yeah, never mind that. Billy is calling a meeting with us and the lawyers to sort out the business. If they start looking at the books, they're going to find things. Look, I know you're a good accountant, Alex. I trust you, but we need to talk before the meeting to get everything straight. Look, we can't fall to pieces. Pull yourself together. Nobody suspects us of anything. Me too. I do say it. Of course we can be together when the time is right. Just get here early for the meeting so we can talk. Just go. Got to go. Someone's coming.
My team is now finished in the office, and I've arranged for the deceased to be collected. My officers are still taking statements from your staff. We may need to return for further statements, but for now we will continue our investigations without disturbing your business any further.
That was quick.
Well, not a lot to do forensically, really. Too many people have been through the office. We've done what we can.
I'm sure you have.
If there's anything at all I can do to help you, do not hesitate to call me day or night.
Oh, thank you, Detective. I'm sure we will be fine. You just focus on finding the killer.
Of course, I'll keep you informed of our progress, but for now I'll take my leave.
What a strange individual. How on earth they made it to be a detective?
Yes, attractive. Yes, strange. Yes, strange. Anyway, I've reached our lawyers and they're sending someone with the share details and the will immediately. I couldn't reach the accountant when I tried. They were engaged. I'll try again, but I expect we should be able to sort this out today.
Good.
Stupid question given the circumstances, but are you okay?
Fine. Just obviously it's all a bit of a shock.
If you want to postpone the legal stuff, I'm sure it can wait. I'm more than happy to run things as they are until you feel up to it.
No, it's best we keep busy. The sooner it's sorted, the better.
Okay, I'll arrange it all.
What about our jobs? That's what I want to know. I have bills to pay.
We all have bills to pay. Don't you have any sympathy for their loss?
Of course, but still I think it's inconsiderate not thinking about workers.
Oh yes, murderers these days are so inconsiderate. They don't think of the poor people's jobs they're in danger.
Too right.
Excuse me, is this Tony's clothing factory?
Well, it is today. Today, who knows what it'll be tomorrow.
Yes, it is. Ignore him. It must be his time of the month.
Oi, you calling me a woman?
I'm just saying you're being a bit testy today.
Can you blame me having to put up with you all day?
Anyway, how can we help you?
I'm here for Tony.
Ah, of course, we've been expecting you.
You have?
Yes, we were told you'd be coming.
Really?
You're not what I expected. No offence, shouldn't stereotype, but I thought you'd be on them.
Oh, thanks, Sue. I think there's been some sort of
This way, I'll take you to him.
I think I'll come back later.
No, you're here now. We want him out of the office as soon as possible. We've got orders to deal with.
Well, we've still got jobs.
Shut it, you.
If you're sure, but I do think it might be best.
It's warm today. We don't want him to smell. This way. There you go.
Are they dead?
Well, of course they're dead. Can't go burying people alive.
There's been a mistake. I'm here for Tony. This is his factory.
There he is.
Joe starts to sob.
Yeah. You are the undertaker, aren't you?
No, I'm his son.
Oh, jeez. Sorry, hang on.
What on earth's the matter? What's going on? Who the hell is this?
I thought, but he said, Tony, he was here for him.
What are you blithering about? Take a deep breath and try again.
This is Tony's son.
Well, that's not possible.
Well, that's what he said, and he looks upset enough to be.
Why on earth did you show him in here before the police had cleared away the body? You know you shouldn't be in.
I know I shouldn't, but I thought they were the coroner. I thought they'd come to collect the body. They said they were here for Tony, so I assumed.
So you just showed a random stranger into a crime scene to see a body without checking their ID. They could be anyone. Oh, well, they be related. I can't imagine anyone but a relative shedding a tear. Excuse me, I'm Tony's widow. Ooh, first time I've said that. Widow. I like the sound of that. It has possibility. Anyway, who are you and what are you doing here?
I'm Terry. I was adopted and I've always wondered about my biological parents. It has taken years, but I've finally managed to identify them, which brought me here to find my dad. Now I'll never have the chance to get to know them. If I had just found them sooner.
Adopted? How old are you?
22?
Well, I've been married to him for 23 years. That would be just after we got married. When they were working abroad for months, checking the... Yeah, sorry, I lost that one. Trying to keep with the story I'm reading at the same time.
Perhaps we should move this discussion to a more suitable location. I don't think the office is the right place at the moment.
Yes, of course. Let's get a coffee in the canteen and see what you know about the will. I mean, the lying, cheating... I mean, your dad.
Well, that's a turn up for the books. I wasn't expecting that. Well, I wasn't expecting to be dead today either. A day of surprises, to be sure. So I'm a parent at last. I always wondered if this day would come and what it would be like. Never imagined I'd be dead when it happened. I always thought me and Sam would have kids one day. Just never got around to it. And Sam was not keen on children. Well, me really. Sam isn't really keen on anything. Sam isn't really keen on anything but Sam, to be fair. I suppose you're wondering why on earth we were married. As we're obviously not a perfect match, and as you gathered, neither of us was entirely faithful. One less so than the other, I suppose. I guess the best explanation is habit. It's easy to fall into the habit of having someone around. Plus, neither of us could actually afford to divorce the other. A marriage made in heaven? No, we did love each other once, although that is a distant memory now. Oh well, at least they've moved me. I would say somewhere nicer, but I'm guessing not. I think I'll hang around here and see how things play out. I can't imagine it'll be more fun to hang around where I've been taken, nor do I think it'll be much fun where I'm heading when this is all over. Oh well, at least it'll be warm. Oh, it continues.
Yep, it's on the phone.
Well, here's my prodigy and business partner. Treated them like my own child. Gave them a share of the business, and it was never enough. They finally got what they wanted and had the factory themselves. They always treated it as theirs anyway. I do wonder if it was them that finished me off. But they are so lazy, I don't think they would have exerted the effort.
Fine. Just make it quick. I've a lot to do today. I have my factory to run.
Didn't take him long.
Enter.
So, the person from Hackett, Swift and Thingybob has arrived.
Ah, excellent. I was expecting them. We have a lot of legal matters to sort out.
I don't mean to speak out of turn, but is it not a little too soon to be dealing with such things? Tony's barely cold. Should we give him time to grieve?
I'm afraid that the vital running of my business is more important than moping about.
Well, I'm sure you know business better than I do. Never had much interest in that sort of thing myself. I like the simple life. Sparkling floor, good cup of tea, and soaking my bunnies in front of the TV is enough to fill my day. Never mind writing about it if the company's 3x9 budget projection is down 2%. Here's the YTD due to the poor first quarter.
Faultless lady.
No. Well, market is high.
Quiet! Yes, you can... sorry. Yes, can you show them in? Also, can you try to track down Sam? I suppose she will be needed.
Do you want me to fetch Terry as well?
Who is Terry and why would I want them?
Oh, you've not heard. It's all over the office. It's all anyone can talk about. Well, that and the murder. I would say it's about 50-50. Well, maybe 60-40 in the favour of the murder. Although I suppose if you take into account the fact people are worrying what will happen to their jobs, maybe 50-40-10. Though it does vary, vary by department or warehouse. I can't speak now. It does vary by department warehouse, I say, and they can easily get new jobs. So in that case, 50-50. But in manufacturing, it's specialised work, you see, so it could be 50-20-30. But
I asked who Terry is, not for a maths lesson for the crazy.
well, Terry is Tony's child. Sam knew nothing about them. Quite the scandal.
What, they just showed up now? That's one hell of a coincidence. I really need to speak to the solicitor right now.
Well, I suppose they're going to better get back to clean before anyone else drops dead.
This way, please.
Is this where they found the body?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so will Sam be joining us? We really do need everyone present.
Sam is just fetching Terry, who is Tony's child. Does that make a difference?
Oh my, well yes, that could have a significant impact on matters. Best wait till everyone is, I think that's them now. Excellent.
Right, let's get to it. So what's the deal?
Well, I can't go into the full details of the will until the correct paperwork's been sorted and the death registered.
Well, surely you must be able to say something. We can't wait that long.
Can you at least tell us who gets the factory?
Well, I assume that we are satisfied with the identity of this person as the child of the late Mr. Sparks. We're not contesting that point.
Let's say we're considering our position on that matter. Please continue.
Well, as I was saying, assuming for the moment that we are not contesting that point, the late Mr. Sparks set out a rather simple default will, which divides the estate equally between his spouse and any children. So this will amend the share structure of the business, so that Billy here will retain his 20%, with 40% for you, Sam, and Terry, is it?
Yes.
Terry here getting the remaining 40% stake. Now, obviously, there's a lot of paperwork to be done, but for now, you can proceed under that structure until finalised.
Well, that can't be right. I can't possibly inherit a factory.
40% of a factory? And we'll have to see about that.
Well, as I say, you've all had a nasty shock, so I'll leave you to process this and be in touch shortly to start the official paperwork. May I make a suggestion? I think it might be a good idea to bring in a grief counsellor. You've all had a traumatic experience, as have your staff. My cousin's one. I'll leave their card. I really think they could help. Well, goodbye. I'm sorry again for your loss.
So what do we do now?
I'm going to fetch Alex, the accountant, so we can see what our financial position is.
Not here, Alex, you idiot. Someone could see.
Sorry, Sam. I know, but I need you. I'm falling apart when people find out what we've done.
Alex, shush. Keep your voice down. Listen to me. Nobody is going to know what we've done, as long as you keep your cool.
I don't think I can. It's tearing me apart. We shouldn't have done it. We are going to jail. I don't want to go to jail.
Look, it'll be all right. Just stay calm. Nobody will suspect a thing.
Easier than said than done.
You'll be fine. Stick to the plan as we agreed. It'll be fine.
Okay, I'll try. I'll just think once this is over and we can leave. Just the two of us.
Of course, darling. That's why we did this. Now go and get the numbers ready for the meeting.
Okay.
The things I have to do. Oh well, not much longer and I'll be free and clear.
Enter!
Hello. I hope I have the right place. I'm Rain.
You are what?
I was summoned by an individual named Robin for your horribly named Human Resources Department to deal with the heartbreak and suffering experienced by you and your colleagues and assist you in directing your friend's spirit to the right ethereal place.
Oh, yes. Robin did mention something about it. You're the grief counsellor.
Oh, it must be, if you must place a label on it, yes. But my role is so much more. My role transcends the mundane concerns of the now and pacifies your spirit itself for future peace.
I see. Well, each to their own, I suppose.
It's important to consider spiritual health as well as the physical.
I don't have time for that.
Everyone is so busy these days. We must take time to think of our souls.
Pardon?
Our souls are often overlooked, and I'm here to help people reconnect with their spirituality.
Sure. Sure. Well, is there anything you need?
I will need a space of quiet contemplation with which to commune with the poor souls of your employ, away from the negative energy of your commerce.
Huh?
I need a private room to talk to people in.
Oh, we don't really have a spiritual communing room. The best chance for privacy is my office. I'm needed elsewhere for most of the day. So if you would like to make yourself comfortable here in the office, I'll go and tell everyone you're available for them to come and talk to.
Would it be okay if I lit some incense to clear the evil spirits from the air?
As long as you don't set fire to the office, I've got enough to deal with today as it is.
Thank you. Will you be coming back for me to assist you with your pain?
Oh, I don't think so. Busy, busy, busy. You know how it is. Or maybe not.
Oh well, maybe later. What a strange person.
Are you okay? Are you okay? Look, sorry, I was not welcoming earlier. It's all a bit of a shock.
Sorry, my territory.
So, yeah.
Too busy reading down. It's fine.
I think you could say many things about today, but fine is probably not one of them. If you want somebody to talk to, there's a nutty hippie grief counsellor in my office who'll probably try to cleanse your aura. That's better. It's nice to see you smile. Look, as we're probably going to have to work together, let's get out of this depressing dump before dinner break starts. And before dinner break starts and it's full of staff. Let's go get something decent to eat and get to know each other. I can probably fill you in a bit on your dad.
I would like that.
Well, I didn't have Tony. That'll do, Tony. I've never known Billy be that nice to anyone unless he thought there was some advantage or power to be gained. Unless, of course, he wanted to get into their pants. No, can't be. I think I might follow them.
Well, they look very cosy.
Yeah, but isn't Billy with Robin, the HR person?
Well, you know me, I'm never one for gossip, but
Right.
they've been together for about a year. But there have been a few, shall we say, indiscretions. Billy's pants are very loose elastic, if you know what I mean.
Yes, we get your subtle meaning.
Shut up. Robin, take this way.
Ah, there you are, Bobby. I'll be looking for you. As the person who found the body, I would like you to be the first to come see our grief counsellor.
Grief counsellor? Is this more hippy-dippy HR therapy nonsense? What do I need a grief counsellor for? Good cup of tea and a nip of something medicinal. I'm all right as rain.
Oh, you have already met them.
Who?
Rain.
Rain? Doesn't look like rain.
No, Rain in the office.
Rain in the office? Do you want me to call the builder?
Builder? Why would you want a builder?
For the leak?
What leak? There's no leak.
I think you need to sit down you need to sit down and something medicinal. And they think I need therapy.
I think we are getting a bit confused.
Well, I think you're right there, trying to send me to a shrink and talking about it raining in the office. I think the handle's come loose on your teapot.
Handle? Teapot? What are you blithering about? I'm talking about the grief counsellor we have hired to speak to all staff about tragic events. They're called Rain, and we're in the office waiting. I would like you to be first.
Well, that makes more sense. Although, a bit of a funny name. Can you imagine the confusion would cause with a name after weather, being named after weather? Wonder what their brothers and sisters are called. Sun, or maybe Wind?
Never mind the name. Just get along to the office and get some counselling. It's for your own good, and it's costing us a fortune.
Okay, if you insist, I'll give it my joints a rest. There's only so much of the day I can spend on my knees in the toilets. Not as young as I was.
When Bobby is done, you two can go next. Spread the word. I want everyone to have their first counselling session by the end of the week. Now, where is Billy? I can't seem to find him.
I think he just popped out.
Really? Well, he never just did say it. He never said anything to me. Tell him I'm looking for him if he bothers to coming back to work.
Oh, sounds like trouble in paradise.
So I understand that you were the one to find the body. That must have been traumatic. Tell me, how did that make you feel?
Well, shock and a half, I can tell you. I didn't even finish me dusting. Still haven't. Would you mind if I just give it a quick bit of a flick round while we chat?
I really think we should concentrate on working through your feelings about the terrible event.
Well, I feel that this office needs a good clean. People keep stopping me from getting in to finish it. I'm not staying late. That skinflint Billy won't pay me overtime. My feet give me jip if I'm on them too long.
No. I mean, how do you feel about being the one to find your boss slumped over a pile of orders for socks?
Well, how did you know it was an order for socks?
I'm attuned to the mystic and can intuit these things.
In tune? What, like a radio? Do you get classic FM?
No, not like radio. I mean, I have the second sight.
Handy that. I could use some second sight. My eyes are not what they used to be.
I think we're drifting off topic here. I was asking about your feelings.
Well, I am a little peckish.
I'm not sure you were quite following what I'm trying to get at here. You may be in denial and suppressing your feelings of grief.
Denial? No, I've never been to Egypt. I don't travel because of the iguana.
Iguana?
Bloody
Egypt?
dad joke.
I think we're talking about different things here.
That is iguana, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, while you figure out what you're talking about, could I just grab my Henry and give him a run around the office?
I don't have anyone on my list called Henry. Is he the iguana? If so, I really don't see how that's going to help.
Henry's my vacuum. What a bloody daft name for an iguana. He's called Princess Bodo Bobkins the Fourth. I think you've been overdoing it. I'll go and get you a nice cup of tea.
Thanks. Can you send in the next one?
Blimey, he's a bag of frogs, that one.
Might as well work on one, yeah?
Yeah. I'm losing track. So.
You wanted to see me? Oh, and Bobby made you a cup of tea.
Thanks. I wanted to talk to you about your traumatic experience.
It's alright if you don't want to drink any.
Drink any more.
Bobby's tea. Take your life away. Take your life into your own hands with that stuff. It wasn't for the knife in the back. I would have sworn that it was finished off that was what finished off the boss.
That isn't quite what I meant. I was referring to the untimely passing.
Oh, that.
Would you like to discuss it?
Not really.
I really think it would help you to express your feelings.
What feelings? It happened. Life goes on. Well, not for Tony, but you get my meaning. No good blubbing about it.
I don't understand how you can be so flippant about it.
Not sure what you mean. Want me to say? Can't change, I hope.
Let's fade up. So,
And I still work at 2.
yeah.
Not sure I want to be part of the council. Hi,
Please come in and take a seat.
thanks. So, how does this work?
Well, we can start by talking about your feelings, about the tragic event.
I don't really know what to say.
Oh, feel free to talk about anything. This is a safe.
Can't be that safe. The boss was murdered here.
Well, I meant spiritually. What you say here goes no further.
Well, that sort of thing. What sort of thing do you want me to talk about? Do you want me to talk about my dreams?
I'm not a psychiatrist, but if you'd like to talk about dreams, they can be a channel to the spirit world. Perhaps you've had visions of an animal which could be your spirit guide.
Well, I keep having this one about 7 fat women and 7 thin women. What does that mean?
I'm not sure that's exactly a spiritual experience related to the event in question.
I don't know. Some of them were saying, oh God.
I really don't think that's quite right. Please, take a seat.
Do I not have to lie on the couch?
No, it is not required unless that would make you feel more comfortable.
Well, I'd like to see on telly those shrinks up. Sorry. Well, it's. Start again. Well, it'd be like you see on telly. Those shrinks always have a couch.
Is there a couch in the building we could use?
No, I don't think so.
I think we should just go with the chair for now. And I'm not a shrink. I'm a holistic grief counsellor.
Sounds like a shrink to me.
I'm here to help you get through this terrible time.
Dinner time?
I'm talking about the awful events that took place in this office a short while ago.
Oh, that.
Oh, that! Oh, that! Is that all you have to say?
Do you want me to tell you that I'm really sad?
It'd be a start.
I'm really sad.
Told us all do, Tony. What about the end?
Nice to see that my capacity is having such a life-changing impact on people. The only person that seems upset is the quack. He must be really frustrated trying to counsel people for their grief when they have none. Is it too much to ask for one person in this dump to shed at least one tear for me?
Beautiful next one.
Look at this mess Drippy counsellor has left things all over. I'll just have a bit of a tidy up in here while I can. I'll continue. What's this? Counselling for Dummies? From clueless to effective counselling in 2 weeks. There's a bookmark in it. At chapter 3, well, that explains a lot. Well, that's an unusual thing for a quack to have in their bag. Very strange. Not sure I should touch it.
Bobby, what are you doing?
I was just tidying up the mess left by that daftly named counsellor, unless you want me to leave and your desk styled in hippie chic.
No, I don't. Clear this stuff away. What on earth is that smell?
I think that will be the incest.
What?
I don't mean incest, do I? I mean incense. That hippie has been burning it to ward off the evil thingamybobs or something.
Well, crack a window, it's giving me a migraine.
Better?
A little. It's going to take a while to get rid of that smell, but better the smell of incense than the smell of rotten corpses.
Well, that was in poor taste.
Whatever. Are you done in here? I have important work to do.
The boss used to let me clean around him in the mornings.
Well, I'm the boss now, and I don't want to be disturbed. Just get rid of that hippie junk and you can go.
Okay. I'm going. I'm never going to get this office clean, am I?
You can come in early tomorrow, or stay late tonight to do it after I leave. Or both if you like. I really like the place to shine under my leadership. There's going to be a few changes around here.
Would that be with overtime?
We know with Tony's death and the business has quite been performing as well as its projection, so overtime isn't really an option at the moment.
You want me to work extra hours without pay? That's illegal.
No, I never said that. I can't want you to work extra hours for free. I would never say that. I just think you could be flexible.
So come in early and stay late for the same money.
I want it to be absolutely clear. I am not asking you to work for free, just to be flexible.
Flexible? What do you think I am, a gymnast? Believe me, my days of being twisted upside down and bouncing around are far behind me.
I just mean be a team player and be flexible with your cleaning schedule for the good of the factory.
More like the good of your wallet.
Pardon?
I said I'll think on it.
Well, very good. You can go now. I'm sure you have lots to do.
Yeah, lots to do, like work for nothing, you miserable skinflint.
Is Billy around?
Nope. I heard you two gone off together.
Yeah, I managed to make an excuse and get away. Is Billy normally that, friendly?
Oh yes, has a bit of a reputation, how Billy does.
I'm not used to that sort of attention. How do I let him down without upsetting him? He isn't exactly my type.
Well, just make it clear you're not interested in him. Perhaps show that you're interested in someone else. What sort of person is your type?
I like quiet, reserved, bookish types, like myself.
Oh well, I'm sure you'll think of some way to put him off. Right, time for me to get back to the grindstone. Fancy coming and seeing what we do now you're the sort of the boss?
Thanks, that sounds like a great idea.
Oh, sorry.
Are you alright?
I am Ray. I am a grief counsellor who's changed sex. I've been brought in to help with everyone with their trauma. Although I'm not sure why, as you are the only person who seems to be in any way affected, the rest of your colleagues don't seem to care. I just don't understand it. Am I doing something wrong? Do people not just want to talk to me? Sometimes I just feel like I'm talking to myself.
Ben's really jealous he's not got that part.
Damn it.
You knew there was a catch.
You should have read ahead.
Pull yourself together, Rain. You have trained for this and you're a good counsellor. Go to your happy place. I am a good and a worthwhile person. I'm a good and worthwhile person. I'm a good blah blah blah.
That'll do.
Oh, hi. Did you say something?
I think you really need to come and have a chat with me in the office.
Okay, if you think it's necessary.
Oh, I do.
So what are we going to do about Terry?
I have a few ideas.
I bet you do. But if you could move your thought processing back to your head for a minute, we need to sort out the business. We can't let him come in and take 40% for nothing. A little broad.
Yes, well, I don't see what we can do. The lawyer made it quite clear. That is what the will stipulates.
Yeah.
I think we need to work closely with him and foster a strong relationship.
I thought you were in a not-so-secret relationship with Robin. Or had you forgotten about that?
I don't know what you're talking about. I have nothing but a professional working relationship with my staff and business partners.
Christmas party.
Yes, well, it takes two to tango, and I thought that we agreed to never mention that.
Well, not like Tony can find out now, is it? You know, now we don't have to worry about Tony. We can have a closer working relationship.
Well, we will have to work very closely together. Of course, after all the years we have worked together, I wonder why you suddenly be interested in close working relationship. Hang on, are you trying to use me to take overall control of the business?
That thought never crossed my mind. Funny you should jump to that conclusion. Perhaps you've already thought of that. That would explain your interest in Terry. Think you can get them on your side and control the majority?
How could you think of that?
Oh, come on. I know you and what you're like.
And what is that supposed to mean?
Well, you would do anything to get what you want.
Ha! You all want to talk.
Oh, really?
Everyone knows that there's a price tag on your underwear.
How dare you?
It's true.
Are you calling me a prostitute?
Oh no. Big words!
Prophylactic.
If the Johnny fits.
If the prophylactic fits,
Absolute hateful bastard.
it's a nerve.
You
And oh no, it's detective.
Who's
Who's detective?
Who did I say was detective?
I don't think you did.
I did. I missed the detective. James been the detective. I volunteered.
Am I interrupting?
We were just having a business meeting.
I see. Well, I'm just following up on our investigation. I'm just seeing if anyone has thought of anything they may have forgotten the first time. Sam, perhaps I could start with you. Is there somewhere we could talk in private? Perhaps over coffee?
I suppose so.
You should get a room for some privacy. Use this one. I have some important business discussions to have with Terry.
I bet you do, you git.
Love you too. Catch you later.
Do I detect a slight bit of tension?
Great detective skills there. That is just what comes of being in business with a self-centred, power-hungry, sex-addicted weasel.
If this isn't a good time, I could come back later or even visit you at home.
No, it will be fine. What can I do for you, detective?
I was hoping we could discuss the case.
Of course.
I wanted to go through some of the suspects.
Should you be discussing this with me? As I assume I'm one of those suspects.
Well, officially you have not been eliminated from our inquiries yet. But don't you worry about that, it's just a formality.
How comforting. So how can I help?
To be honest, we are a bit stuck. We have a few suspects, but with so little evidence, there is not a lot to go on. I was hoping you might have some more background on the suspects and some idea of motive.
That will take a while.
I'm happy to stay with you as long as it takes. if you don't want to discuss these things here, we could discuss them over dinner.
I don't see what help I can be. If I knew if I knew anything, I would have said the first time I was questioned. Oh, that's one sentence. I'll go again. If I knew anything, I would have said the first time I was questioned.
Anything you know about your husband, no matter how small, could be vital.
I know my husband's small things, but believe me, there was nothing vital there.
I don't think we need to dwell on your husband's small vitals. The issue I came to discuss is the list of suspects. We have lots of people with motive and opportunity. There is the business partner, he has a lot to gain. Also, they are in a relationship with your HR person, so they would also gain. There's the mystery son, who just turns up in time to claim an inheritance. The cleaner, who claims to have just found the body and is mad as a hatter. There is something shifty about that accountant. He seems very nervous about something. And then, there is you. But don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. It is just formality. As you can see, we have too many suspects. I just don't know what to do.
Well, that is quite a list. I'm still not sure what you want from me.
Well, what I want from you, I mean to say where you can help me with our inquiries, is if there is anything you might know about those people that can help us narrow down as we are at a loss.
Well, I would say it couldn't be Alex, Mr. Jones, the accountant. Definitely not. Nope, not a chance. I would cross them off, wouldn't even talk to them. Nope, couldn't be them.
Okay, I still think there is something off about them.
Oh no, they're always like that, you know. Accountants are a strange bunch.
What about the others? Anything at all?
Do I think that they have motivation? Yes. Do I think they could have killed someone? I don't think so. They're all weak, pathetic, bickering children. If there is nothing else, I do have things to do. Can I show you out?
I suppose if you can't think of anything else, that will do for now. But remember, you have my personal mobile number if you think of anything. Call me day or night. You don't need to show me out. I'll take another look around and talk to people on my way out.
Well, as long as you don't stop anyone working, we do have a business to run, you know.
Of course, I wouldn't want to do anything to hurt you. Your business.
Alex, get in the office now.
What's wrong, darling?
How many times have I told you that you can't talk like that at work? I feel like someone else should read Sam.
Nonsense, it's the incense.
Sorry, you read Sam.
Sorry.
Oliver, Alex, you really need to get your shit together. That detective is getting suspicious. He has seen that you are nervous. He cannot find out about us or what we have done.
I'm trying, but I'm terrified they're going to find out. I can't go to jail. Why did I do it?
Remember that you did it for us and stay strong. This will all blow over soon and we can escape together.
I know. I will try.
Please do, and I'll talk to you later. But let's get out of here before anyone sees us together.
Okay, but later?
Yes, later, but now go. Were you listening at the door? Tell me what you heard.
Bobby. James, Big Bobby.
Listening at keyholes? What do you take me for? Just doing my dusting. I am. No interest in what anyone else is doing. Me? No, not one for sticking my nose in where it's not wanted.
Well, yes, nothing to hear anyway. Just getting caught up in all the businesses, finances.
Oh, I imagine you were. A nice good update. If it is all right with you, I'll continue my cleaning.
Yes, of course. Carry on.
So I was minding my own business, doing my cleaning, and you won't believe what I overheard.
You mean you were listening at the door?
I resent the implication I was doing a bit of dusting and polishing. You know how hard it is to get a shine on the brass and on the doors? You have to rub the knobs for ages.
I bet you do.
No comment.
Oh, no doubt.
I'm not justifying that with an answer. Anyway, Sam was in the office with that drippy detective, and he was listing all the suspects. He suspects everyone, we thought, except Sam. It sounds like he has a thing for her and won't let himself see her as a suspect. I bet she won't stop him if it keeps her out of the crosshairs.
Well, it would be up her alley.
Exactly. She is known to be very accommodating in that area. When it benefits her, I wouldn't put it past her to have bumped him off. If it was her, I wonder why it took so long.
Did he say anything about Alex? There is something going on there. Talk about twitchy jumps out of his skin if you say good morning.
Ooh, well, and that's on the subject of Alex. Things got really interesting when the detective left.
Hang on. If you were busy polishing the doorknob, how were you not seen when the detective left?
Oh, I needed some more polish and went to get some from the supply store.
Ah, you hid in the cupboard.
Typed it, actually. As I was saying, I went to get polish, and when I got back, Alex had just gone into the office with Sam. From what I accidentally overheard, it sounds like they have been at it. Would explain why they are looking so nervous. Good motive for murder there.
You think that Alex bumped off Tony to be with Sam, or vice versa, or they did it together?
I can't imagine Sam killing for Alex. I don't understand what she wanted with him anyway, unless he has attributes that we don't know about. Not really her type. Alex as a killer, I don't see it.
Nah, does seem unlikely, but there's certainly something going on.
I wonder what that could be. Not that I'm gossiping, though you know me, not one for gossip.
Oh no, not you, Bobby, never.
Well, I'll never get my polishing done standing round here.
Have fun rubbing your knobs.
Oh, I will. There's something really satisfying about a nice, well-polished knob.
I bet there is. Can't say I'm really a knob person myself.
Well, no, not everyone is. Well, like I said, I better go. The knobs won't rub themselves.
Well, there's an image.
Well, what a cheery death I'm having, listening to the list of people with motive to kill me. Enough to make me give up on life, if someone hadn't already taken that option away from me. I thought that death would have given me a broader understanding of the meaning of life. Never been a particularly religious person, but whatever. I imagined of an afterlife. It was not being a disembodied spirit haunting a crummy old factory. I need a drink. Thinking of spirits, I feel like I could perhaps try haunting a glass of whiskey at the bar for a bit.
Well, haunting the bar is no more fun than haunting this dub. This town has gone to the dogs. You won't believe the riffraff you get at the bar these days. So, the drippy detective is clueless about who killed me. My wife is up to something with our accountants. My business partner is power mad. Nobody seems to care I'm dead, and there's a loony hippie counsellor on the loose. If it wasn't me called on the slab somewhere, I might find the whole situation funny. Speaking of something that isn't funny, it was my wife.
In here quick, it's empty.
But it's the canteen. Anyone could walk in.
Well, we're both just getting a drink. Nothing suspicious about that.
Okay, I suppose.
Is the money safe and untraceable?
As best as I can, if someone really looked hard at the books, they could find it, but no one is going to be looking. Are they?
Well, of course not. But to be safe, here are the new accounts I set up to move it into.
I thought the plan was to me to look after the money.
It was, but with that detective poking around, I think it is best that I have it. He doesn't suspect me. Actually, he fancies me.
What?
But don't worry, I'm not interested in him. Soon our years of secrecy will be over and we can be together far away from here.
I can't believe it was really happening at last.
I know, we are at the final stage. Just get that money transferred to my accounts, and then I'll take a trip to recover from the stress of losing Tony, and you can follow in a few days. By the time anyone realises what we have done, we'll be halfway around the world on a tropical beach.
Okay, I'll go and do it now.
Good. We are nearly there, darling. Gullible fool. 3 years of pretending to be in love with that pathetic idiot. Just a few more hours and I'll have hundreds of thousands of reasons to forget what I've gone through. Now, if I can just convince Billy to buy out my shares in the factory quickly, that'll be an icing on the cake. Even though what he thinks is a rock bottom price, it'll be still more than it's worth seeing, as I'll have all the money. Oh, I wonder where he is.
Well, that treacherous pair, so that's why the factory has been losing money so badly. They've been siphoning it off. If Alex wasn't a thieving scoundrel, I would feel a little sorry for him, as it looks like he's going to be thrown under the bus as soon as Sam has what she wants. It'd be a good motive for them to want me out of the way, but could they really commit murder? I don't think Alex would have the guts. Sam, I'm sure, could get someone else to do it, but wouldn't book her hands herself. But I'm not convinced. If not them, then who?
Did you see the grin on Sam's face?
I know. Far too happy with someone who has lost their significant other.
I'm not sure how significant Tony was, but yes, it is a bit suspicious. You don't think?
No, she couldn't, could she?
No, of course not. Could she?
Don't be daft. If she was going to kill him, it would have happened years ago.
True.
Oh no, sorry.
She wants all the work along.
Well, that is
Maybe
I was going to say that is a good way to just get
That is
both
a-
of them.
That actually worked. That
It
really
does
works.
work for both of them to say true.
True. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose so, but someone killed Tony. If not Sam, then who?
Could be anyone.
Could be you. Admit it and say sorry, and we'll forget all about it.
Yeah, like I would kill the boss. Can't say I was the biggest fan, but not going to jeopardise my wage. I have 3 kids and my own useless lump at home to deal with that murder and the useless lump at work.
Could it really be someone who works here?
Well, it doesn't make sense that it was a break-in. There's what is there to nick around here.
I don't know. We have all those boxes of faulty goods that we couldn't sell, but kept because you never know, we might find someone else gullible enough.
Don't forget the machinery. That's practically antique.
So, if it was one of us, who and why?
Well, I wonder about Billy. There was motive for taking over the factory. Would do anything for a bit of power.
True. Same could be said for Sam and this Terry. Very suspicious of them just turning up the day of the murder.
Very suspicious indeed.
Wouldn't it be stupid to murder them and then turn up same day to claim the inheritance? Bound to raise questions from even the most incompetent detective.
True. But maybe it's a really clever subterfuge because nobody thinks anyone would be that stupid.
Ooh, that is fiendish. Nobody would ever expect that.
Except we thought of it. And no offence, but if you can think of it, and I'm sure a trained detective could think of it.
This is brilliant. I never would have thought about that. This could lead to a promotion for me.
Are you calling me thick?
I'm just saying you are no detective.
What, GCSEs, you know?
Really? How many?
Anyway, who else could it be?
Alex has been looking really shifty lately.
The accountant. They'll probably be capable of fiddling the books, but murder seems a bit of a stretch. They don't look like a murderer.
Well, what does a murderer look like?
I don't know, but not a weedy nerdy accountant.
Well, I don't like the idea of it being someone who works here. Don't know who they might be after. You don't know who they might be after next.
I should think we are safe. Who would want us dead?
I'm sure Tony would have said the same a few days ago.
I'm sure he would.
So, we're now closer to an answer and there's a murder in our midst. That's a comforting thought.
Yeah, I'm feeling really comforted.
Well, don't get upset. It's not.
You'll
that
never see
bad.
rain and rain in the same room, do you?
But nobody seems to care.
I know, but don't feel too bad about it.
All I want to do is help.
Oh, I know, dear. Oh, I feel Sybil coming on. Oh,
Someone is dead, and I can't even get one tear out of a single soul. Is it too much to ask that one person feels some emotion about the passing and needs my help to see into the bottom?
I know exactly how you feel. It's just like when I've scrubbed the factory floor till it shines and nobody even notices.
How is that the same as your murdered boss?
Well, they both get walked on a lot.
Hi, Rain.
Hi, Jules.
Jules, you two know each other then?
Oh, yes. Rain has been at least... Rain has been at the last 5 suspicious deaths I've attended.
Excuse me, I have to go to the moon. Is the line with the bye?
Goodbye then. Such a short of breakfast, that one. So anyway, how many of those deaths have you solved?
Oh, we put them all down to... we've put them all down as suicide.
Are you sure they're all suicide?
Well, it must have been. We never found a murderer, and they could have been stabbed, and they could have stabbed themselves, although I do think that the one who stabbed himself and then locked himself in a cupboard was a bit of a stretch. Besides, we can't have a string of unsolved murders. People might think there's a serial killer on the loose.
Right. But you aren't calling the death of our boss murder?
We are pursuing all avenues of inquiry.
I can't think it was suicide. They had a bloody great big knife sticking out of his back.
They could have sat on it.
Oh, maybe they had an itch and decided to scratch it with a knife and it slipped.
Possibly.
I give up. I have toilets to clean. I think I'll probably get a more sensible conversation out of the urinal.
So this is the orders in, that's the suppliers' invoices, and this one, the payroll.
I see, I think.
Don't worry, it's really complicated. It takes years to learn. I've studied business at university.
I studied engineering at Oxford, and I'm thinking about starting a PhD. Where did you get your degree?
Well, it wasn't a full degree. It was a 12-week certificate with over university. I cheated, okay?
That explains a lot.
I would have stayed and got a full MBA, but I realised I knew more about running a business than the lecturers, so I didn't need it.
Oh, I see. I was thinking that as it looks like I'm going to inherit a share of the business, I feel I should contribute, and it'd be nice to see what my dad did. It might be the only way I've got now to learn about him. So do you think there's a position here for me?
I'm sure I can think of a position or two for you.
That would be nice. Would I get a desk?
This could be involved if you want.
We will have to think about it.
Oh, we will.
Oh,
Oh, I will. Yeah.
hope not interrupting anything. Thought you might like a nice cuppa.
Of course you're not interrupting. I would love a cuppa, thanks.
I will love a nice cuppa amongst the other things, but looks like I'll be disappointed.
So what are you two up to then?
I was just teaching Terry about the business. And on that note, I've got work to do in the warehouse. Terry, would you like to join me?
Okay. Thanks for the tea.
What a mess. That doesn't look right. That can't be right. I probably shouldn't be doing it. Looking at these. Interesting. It couldn't be. I wonder.
You okay, Bobby?
Have you seen Alex?
No? Why?
Oh, never mind.
Bit rude.
Sorry, I just need to find Alex. I have to talk to him about something important.
What could you have to talk to the accountant about? Price of bleach?
Maybe there's some dirty money that needs laundering.
Are you finding cleaning too taxing?
Oh, bloody hilarious, the two of you, aren't you? If you can't help, I'll find him myself. You just go back to pretending to do some work.
What was that all about?
Dunno, we're just having a laugh.
Nobody has a sense of humour these days. I don't know why everyone's so serious.
Well, Bobby finding Tony stabbed to death probably has knocked people's moods.
Yeah, that. I hadn't thought about it like that.
How could you forget about our corpse in the office?
I didn't forget about Tony getting stabbed. I just didn't think anyone cared enough for it to affect him.
Fair point.
Does nobody care that I'm dead?
Sorry to barge in, but did I hear correctly that you were discussing the unfortunate management reorganisation?
I thought we were calling it a premature management event.
Well, we were, but then I consulted the language guidelines and it was decided that premature event could be potentially upsetting for members of a certain gender, although I don't like to single out single gender, or of course use the word member for that connotation. It's a giant pain in my rear.
Maybe you need a different position.
Oh yes, sorry about me. Oh no, I do enjoy it, just sometimes it gets really hard.
Lucky you.
Anyway, yes, we were talking about the murder.
Unfortunate management reorganisation.
Unfortunate management reorganisation. Why do you ask?
I was just talking with Rain, and the take-up for the counselling service is still woeful. Get yourselves down there if you need to talk to someone.
What a mess. Who has been messing with my system? Can't you clean in here later? I'm a little busy. Someone has been messing with the books.
Oh, good. You noticed.
Bit hard to miss, really. It's my job to look after the accounts. I wouldn't be much good at my job if I couldn't see this mess.
That's a relief. I was looking for you. I was worried.
It's not that bad. They have just shuffled the books around a bit. It won't take long to sort out. Not sure why you're worried about it. It's not your job to clean up this mess.
Oh, good. I thought it must be a mistake, but £100 grand is a lot of money. I should have known it was... Okay, what do I know about accounts?
100 grand? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
These files have just been left all over the desk, in the wrong order. What's this about 100 grand? We don't have any orders that big.
Well, I came in to clean and I saw the books on the desk and something caught my eye. I said to myself, these numbers don't seem to make sense, so I had a bit of a look.
A nosy?
I was just concerned, you know me, not one to stick my nose in where it's not wanted, but I was worried that something wasn't right. The numbers didn't seem to add up on one order, not by much, but then I saw another and another. Once I found the pattern, I worked out it must be up to 100 grand.
Don't you think if there was that big a problem, I would know about it?
Well, I thought that, but it seemed like it had been happening for a long time.
Look, I think I know more about accounts than you do. You're just the cleaner. You should keep to your job and leave me to mine.
Just a cleaner? How rude. Just a cleaner indeed. I know more about what goes on around here than most people.
Well, you are a nosy busybody. There is no problem with the accounts. Just keep your nose out of my business.
Well, I've never been so offended in my life.
I find that hard to believe.
What do I do now? I was so sure about... but how could it be so wrong? And Alex not noticed. Maybe I was wrong. What do I know? Wish the boss was here to ask. Sure, they would have known what to do. Right smart, the boss, always good with inspiring motivational speeches. Very eloquent, the boss was.
Go to the police, you dozy wazzock.
Maybe I'm wrong and should just keep out to myself. I'll just go have a cup.
Just when I thought I had one intelligent employee who had a nice word to say about me. So close.
There you are. I've been looking all over for you. Bobby is onto us.
What? Tell me everything.
Bobby was looking at the books and spotted the missing money.
What the hell were you doing showing the accounts to the cleaner?
I didn't. Someone left them out on the desk.
Hang on. If they know, why aren't the police here? Are you sure?
I said I think I know more about accounts than them, and if there was a problem, I would have spotted it.
Well, there you go. Nothing to worry about. I'll be sunning myself on a beach before anyone realises.
We'll be sunning ourselves on a beach.
Yes, of course, I meant we. Now, go on, start packing. I think we should get out of here by the end of the week.
Okay.
Hello? Yes, can you help me? I need to book a flight for tonight, and I'm not bothered about the destination. 10 p.m. to Spain, sounds perfect. No, it'll just be me, and one way. I won't be coming back.
Hello, I'm looking for Bobby.
Not seen Bobby. What do you want them for?
Well, it's confidential police business. Do you have any idea where they might be?
Probably scrubbing something somewhere.
Yeah, right, scrubber Bobby is.
Very helpful, thank you. Any sensible suggestions?
Well, you're the detective. Can't you detect where Bobby is?
While you're at it, any chance of detecting this murderer? I think we would have been all happy coming to work knowing we ain't going to be stabbed in the back.
Yeah, it's enough to make you want to stay at home.
You never wanted to come to work anyway.
Well, nobody does. But it's worse when there's a killer on the loose. I should go off with stress from fearing for my life.
Fearing for your life? Bobby been making the tea again.
That could be a serial killer. One job up us all off.
I really don't think there is any reason to suspect a serial killer from one murder.
Well, what do you know about it?
I'm the detective on this case. I think I would know.
Well, you should.
Yeah, you see it on TV all the time. Mass murderer operating directly under detective noses.
I think I'm confusing life with fiction. Now, if you can't help me find Bobby, I really must be going.
I really don't think they have a clue who the killer is.
No, unless it's Bobby. That's why they're looking for them.
Bobby? I doubt it. But it does make you wonder why the detective is so keen to talk to him.
Well, I'm traumatised just thinking about it. I think I need to go and find that quack.
Traumatised by the thought of doing some work more like.
It's just all falling apart.
You tell me all about it.
I can't. I promised her I wouldn't, but now it looks like she's gone and left me to deal with everything. I don't know what to do.
Talking can really help, and I'm here for you. It doesn't sound like she's worth crying over. You'll find someone else. A new relationship will be closer than you think.
I can't think about anyone else at the moment, especially when I'm going soon.
Oh, are you going on holiday?
Not exactly a holiday, but I will be going away for quite a while.
Well, that's nice. It's good to have a break. I do recommend a nice, relaxing break to my clients. It can do you the world of good.
Not bloody likely.
It doesn't sound like you want to go on this trip. Maybe you shouldn't go. You could stay here, and we could work on those issues in some private sessions.
Wish I could, but I think it's the end of the road. It's the end of the road.
What, the butchers?
No, I mean,
The opticians? They don't open Thursdays.
no, the end of my life.
Oh, please don't be negative. It will discolour your aura. I have some incense nearby which will help.
I don't think incense is going to do much.
Oh dear, is it that serious? I better fetch my crystals.
I wish crystals and incense could solve my problems.
Oh, they can. You'll be surprised at the power of a clean aura.
It's not the cleanliness of my aura I'm worried about, it's the dirt on my hands.
Your hands seem clean to me, very soft and smooth.
Can you stop taking everything literally? I'm having a breakdown here and it's not helping.
I really think you need to talk about it. Anything you say will be in the strictest confidence.
You wouldn't talk to the police?
Believe me, I would definitely not talk to the police.
Okay.
Let's find somewhere private where you can lay down and I can help you properly relax.
There goes Alex with that drippy quack. Look how shifty they look.
I can't arrest people for looking a bit shifty. I need hard evidence.
And that's what you've got in your hands.
Yes. I'm still not sure. Can you take me through it again?
It's really quite simple. Look here, this order includes VAT twice. This one has the price of each item rounded up.
Well, accounting mistakes like that do happen.
True, but then the books wouldn't balance and the money would still be there.
Okay. But where does the money go?
Look at the outgoings. These suppliers here are slight misspellings of legitimate suppliers.
Well, couldn't they just be honest mistakes in filling in the names? Not everyone is perfect at spelling.
But if you add up the amounts paid to the misspelt account names, it's exactly the same amount as the errors on this page.
It still could be a coincidence.
But this happens on multiple pages going back months. It's one hell of a coincidence.
I suppose. It still doesn't mean I can arrest the accountant for looking shifty. There is no proof that they did this. Maybe they didn't realise.
It's their job to work these things out. How could they not notice?
Some people are just not very good at their jobs.
Yeah, I'm starting to see that.
So, what makes you think it was the accountant?
When I pointed out to them, they denied it and told me I was wrong. If they just missed it, they wouldn't have denied it. So, you're going to arrest them for murder?
Why would I arrest them for murder?
Don't you think hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of fraud is a good motive for murder?
Motive.
Yeah, motive. The reason someone commits a crime.
Yes, I know what a motive is.
Well, that's good with you being a detective. Don't you see how these accounts could be a motive?
Maybe if you just take me through it one more time.
Oh, for...
When Billy said we were all head to the kitchen for a treat, I thought he meant cake.
He's been reading a leadership book which says good leaders should hold weekly all-hands staff meetings. This is the only one big enough for us all.
Still, could have got us some cake.
I wouldn't have minded a slice of cake and a cuppa.
I'll make a note for next week's meeting.
We'll have to do this every week.
Well, not sure why I have to come. Really fell apart. This is really messing up my schedule. Someone has been doodling smutty cartoons in the toilets, and I really want to get in there and rub one out.
I just read it over that.
You would.
I bet you do.
Shh, we're starting.
Right, let's begin. As you can see from these numbers,
Excuse me.
sorry, but this is a staff meeting. Can you come back later?
I'm afraid not. Alice Jones, I'm placing you under arrest for the murder of Tony Sparks.
Murder what?
Tomato shop.
Murder? I didn't murder anyone. I couldn't.
Officer, I think you've got the wrong person.
We have strong evidence that they were embezzling hundreds of thousands of pounds from your business. We believe that Tony found out, and they killed him because of it.
Dun dun dun!
I can't believe it. Alex couldn't have done this. Sam, what do you make of this? Sam, where's Sam?
Sam has gone, packed up, emptied the fraudulent accounts and done a runner.
What?
I was with the detective when the call came in, and Sam was last seen in airport in Spain. Could be anywhere by now.
So Sam and Alex were working together to steal money and kill Tony.
We didn't kill anyone.
Hang on. Something doesn't seem right here. Why would Sam kill Tony if they were willing to just do a run with the money anyway? What was gained?
Exactly. Why would we kill Tony? I'll hold my hands up to the money. I thought Sam loved me and we were going to run away together. I knew it was wrong, but she convinced me that it was an easier way to get the money than a lengthy and messy divorce. It was only taking what Sam was entitled to anyway.
Well, that is something for your lawyer to argue in court.
I don't have a lawyer.
What about Charlie from Hackett, Swift and Thingybob?
Could you call them for me, please, and get them to meet me at the police station?
I'll do it. I'll have their number. Charlie.
So it's, to make it clear, right, it's Rain's phone that rings.
Right. Charlie?
That's not Charlie, that's Rain. Charlie's cousin. But now you say it, they do look alike.
It is Charlie, isn't it? The hippie outfit and wig had me fooled, but it is.
I guess I don't need this anymore. Yes, you're correct, it's me.
Well, I never.
I'm confused.
You're not the only one.
Why are you masquerading as a grief counsellor?
I always wanted to pursue a career helping people in a spiritual way, but my parents didn't see that as a suitable career and forced me into the law like them. I hated it, and I've been trying to get out and do what I love for years. I didn't mean to hurt anyone.
Well, if you want to wear a daft wig and call yourself a silly name, that's up to you. Don't see who you're hurting.
Hang on, the detective said you've been at the last 5 murder scenes they have attended. Were they all clients of your law firm?
Yes, I didn't mean to do it.
Do what?
You didn't. You couldn't.
I'm confused. What have the other deaths got to do with this one?
Don't you see?
Well, I sort of, actually, no.
Look, you have a chain of unsolved murders.
Well, we think they were suicides, not murders.
Okay, you have a chain of suicides, with one thing linking them, which is that immediately after the death of a grief counsellor was hired, the same grief counsellor in all cases.
That's one hell of a coincidence.
Are you saying it was...
Yes, I am.
So you think there is a murderer and they sent a grief counsellor?
No, I'm saying the grief counsellor is the murderer. Apart from the suspicious coincidence that they'd been at every single crime scene disguised using a false name, they also knew that the boss was found dead on a pile of sock orders. Well, she shouldn't have known. Second sight, my arse.
I think I'm starting to get it.
Also, if you check their bag, you'll find a rather large knife. An odd thing for a counsellor to need carrying around with them.
How do you know they got a knife?
I saw it when I was
Snooping.
tidying up their things in the office.
Hand over the bag, please.
Charlie, Rain, how could you?
Do you know how hard it is to get a start in your business as a grief counsellor when nobody knows you? A few contracts, counselling companies that have suffered a bereavement would have really helped establish my reputation, and I could get away from working in the law.
Hang on. Are you saying you killed people just to drum up business?
I couldn't stand waiting for people to die. I thought one would be enough, but once I started, I couldn't stop.
So you killed the boss. Oh my, and I've been making you cups of tea all this time.
Well, we already punished them.
I'm still confused, but... Well, we'll sort this out at the station. Charlie, Rain, or whoever you are called, you are under arrest for the murder of multiple people.
Does that mean I'm free to go?
No, you're still under arrest for fraud.
With a bit of luck, we might end up in the same prison, and we can be together.
Great.
You two had better come with me.
As the HR representative for the company, I think I should go with them.
Well, I wasn't expecting that from this meeting. It was supposed to be financial projections and then look more like Scooby-Doo. Terry, I know you must be in shock, but with Sam gone and no accountant, I'm really going to need your help with the business.
Yes, okay.
I think I have a bottle of something medicinal in the office. I'll help you with the shock. Come on.
Well, what a day. Murders and frauds have really made a mess of my schedule. Oh. Well, I better get back to it. Those knobs won't rub themselves.
Finish off with Tony. Well, I guess I can get some peace now my killer has been unmasked. I hope those two do end up in the same prison. They deserve each other, and anything else that's coming their way on the inside. So life goes on for everyone else. Bobby's back cleaning, despite being the only person around here who seems to know what's going on. My prodigy and offspring are running my business, which now the thief has been locked up will hopefully thrive. Sam is probably on the beach somewhere spending the money they'd have been entitled to anyway, but will never be able to come home. I guess that means I can move on at last, to whatever comes next. Should be interesting whichever way I go. Guess this is the end.